Hey everybody, Kyle Sasser here. It's everybody's favorite time of the month. That's right, market statistics time. And these market statistics are for Hillsborough County for May 2021. Now, you might be looking around here and notice that in a little bit different location. So this is I'm actually recording this before an open house that I have scheduled. And just found some time, just thought I'd knock this out a little bit and also kind of show you me out and about doing the thing. You might be asking yourself, Kyle, why are these market statistics for May? Aren't we already in July? And the reason why is it takes a little bit of time for the realtor organization to get the numbers together and compile them into this beautiful report. Also, realtors are a little relaxed in putting the information in, so we have to give some buffer to really get that solid concrete information. Otherwise, if you pull it up to the day, a lot of times there will be some variation as realtors slowly enter the information in. The other thing to remember about this is that we are comparing statistics year over year, not month to month. Your typical year has a natural ebb and flow when it comes to home sales. So, for example, in Florida, we kind of follow the school schedule. So our low points are going to be usually May, June, and around August. If it was up north, obviously the wintertime is going to be the low point because, let's face it, people don't want to walk through the snow to go look at a house. So we compare year over year. So we are comparing May 2021 numbers to May 2020 numbers. And the one thing you might remember about May 2020 is that we were still pretty early days of the pandemic. There was a lot of caution and basically big changes in the real estate market. So if you want to watch the May 2020 video, feel free to go. I'll post a link below to the old video just so you can watch it there. So whenever the pandemic hits, we basically chopped the number of homes being put up for sale drastically, and also the number of buyers was cut drastically. The issue is that the number of buyers came back in force in around July of last year. But the number of listings did not pick up. The people that were tentative or hesitant to put their home up for sale, either for health reasons or they were just looking to kind of hunker down and just make sure to protect their assets, they decided not to sell. So we had a lot of demand and very limited supply. We have had a little bit of change with that this month. I saw faint glimmers of sunshine if you're looking to buy last month. And it does solidify a little bit this month. We're still quite a ways away from any major change in the current market trend of rising prices, but the light has gotten a little bit bigger for me. The light has gotten a little bit bigger in my opinion. These numbers are for Hillsborough County for May 2021 compared to May 2020. Now, total number of sales is up significantly, so we're selling more homes than ever. That number is up 28.3% to 2,008 homes. This is the crazy number. The number of homes bought with cash is up 196% to 513. Now, the reason for that is going to be people wanting to put together competitive offers because most homes are receiving multiple offers now. Cash offers are naturally going to win the day. Now, they're definitely not selling at a discount, I can tell you that much. But a cash deal versus a finance deal, most sellers are going to go with the cash deal. So the number of homes bought with cash is up 196% to 513. Median sales price is up 21.8% to $334,950. That is a huge jump. 20% in 12 months is crazy. Average sales price is up 33.5% to $439,662. And if you remember the difference between median and average, so average is you add up all the houses that sell and you divide it by the number of houses, whereas median is where is the points where there are an equal number of houses that sold for more and an equal number of houses that sold for less. So a little different. Personally, I like median price better just because it's not affected by price swings quite as much. For example, like if a few really high-end luxury properties like Derek Jeter's, if his property sells and a couple others, that can really put the pull on that average sales price. Median time to contract, this is another crazy one. Median time to contract is down 80% to only 5 days. So the median time that a house sits on the market is 5 days. Median percent of the asking price is 100%. So like I said, not a lot of discounts to be found out there. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give the farm away. There's definitely some structures that we can put into the offer to where you're not overspending, but you do have to anticipate currently having to be at or above asking price. It's just the current state of the market. It's not always going to be like that, of course. Things always change, but currently, if you're looking to buy a house, that's where you're going to have to be. Now, the number of new listings is actually up 8.1%. This one's colored a little bit because the number of listings had already dropped significantly. So take that number with a slight grain of salt. What I've been doing is actually been comparing to 2019 numbers just to see where we are at compared to a normal year. And we are up slightly over 2019, which is actually impressive because the historic trend has been year over year, the number going down by a few percentage points. So like 2018 to 2019, there was like 5 to 8% fewer houses put up for sale. But technically compared to May 2020, we're actually up 8.1%. Compared to 2019, we are in line to slightly ahead, which again, very good sign. So that 57% drop, that's actually a little better than it was. It was down 66%. Again, you have to keep in mind that May 2020 numbers are outliers. So again, grain of salt with that number. It is some improvements, and remembering back to May and June of 2020, there was a lot of, there was some contracts that kind of fell out, and then there was also a lot of people completed the sale, and then you also had people kind of deciding whether or not they wanted to sell or not. So I don't give a lot of credence to May 2020 numbers, but I'm going to get specific in this in 2019 numbers in a little bit here. Now, the other crazy number is going to be dollar volume. So for Hillsborough County, the total dollar amount of single-family homes that sold was up 71.3%, from $515 million to $882 million. So despite the pandemic taking hold, dollar volume went up 71%. That is astounding. Now, there's going to be a mix of new homes and resales, and that is specifically single-family homes. This doesn't cover condos or mobile homes. But the fact that that number is so big it's crazy. Now, I do think it's important to dive into the different price points because the simple fact is that a $1 million house sells in a little bit different way than a $200,000 house. Honestly, the work is pretty similar, but just time frames and negotiations and what you can do at what price points does change a different little bit. So again, with these numbers, we are comparing to May 2020, which was a little odd that month, but the overarching trend of homes moving up to new price points continues. So if you just look at these statistics, you'll just say, oh, houses above 250,000, more of those sold, and then less than 250,000, less of those sold. So obviously there's not a lot of demand for houses under $250,000. The truth of the matter is that what was in 2017 or 2018 a $200,000 home can now sell for $280,000. So that's why there's that hard dividing line there. So just to go over some numbers here. So 50 to 100,000, there was 81% fewer sales. 100 to $150,000, 40.8% fewer houses sold. 150 to 200,000 was down 22.8% to 98. Now let's cross, and then 200 to $250,000 was down 44.4% to 222. I think the sound will be a little bit better. You can probably hear me a little bit clearer. So median time to contract, I don't usually go over this one too much. Just know that everything across the board, no matter what the price point, is down between 70 and 80%. So it really doesn't matter if you are looking at a $300,000 house, and it really doesn't matter if you're looking for like a $600,000 house. The time to contract is shortened up, so you really have to be on the ball. You have to go look at these houses within 2 to 3 days, and be willing to make a move and make an offer whenever you find something that you really like. Now, the number of new listings by listing price. So this is another one where we have that split, where it can be a little deceptive at first, but the reasoning is still the same as with the closed sale by list price, which is that all the houses have basically slid up a price bracket. So anything 250 and above definitely looks like it's selling a lot more new listings there, and you're like, hey, where did all of these new houses at $250,000 or more? But it's really just because the lower price houses have slid up to the new price point. So coming to inventory by current price, this one, however, is down across the board. So it doesn't matter what price point you're looking at, there's going to be fewer and fewer houses. So $200,000 to $250,000 is down 79.0% to 107. $250,000 to $300,000 is down 68.4% to 184. $300,000 to $400,000 homes is down 43.9% to 369, and so on and so forth. Honestly, the craziest one is there's no homes. There's zero. There are zero current homes for under $50,000, and between $50,000 and $100,000 there are 5, which is a drop of 84.4%. Now, we get the last page here, which is going to be the doom and gloom page. Now, as far as the doom and gloom page, the thing to remember is that we have had a moratorium on foreclosures, which has really put a dampening effect on the number of foreclosures and short sales out there. Many banks aren't willing to spend the time if it's not going to immediately result in relieving that asset. And the government also has put together some requirements for lenders to work with borrowers to get them back up to speed, to get them back current on their payments, so that we're not having to foreclose on thousands and thousands of people like we did back in during the Great Recession there. So you have to take these numbers with a grain of salt, because they are artificially suppressed. But do I honestly think that there's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of foreclosures? I think it's unlikely. Because of those programs and those requirements that we're trying to give to lenders. Like, we're trying to avoid a repeat of 2009, where we have a huge influx of inventory, but no one is able to purchase a property. So the number of foreclosures is down 78.1% from 32 to 7. And short sale. So short sale is when the borrower owes more on the house than it can actually sell for. Number of short sales was down 83.3% to 11. So I want to thank you for listening to my market statistics video. If you have any questions about purchasing or selling a home in the Tampa Bay area, please feel free to leave me a comment, or feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 813-323-7396. You can reach me via email, kyle@sassergroup.com. If you would want more information on a beautiful waterfront condo like this, feel free to reach out. This one's actually still a pretty good value. Asking price on this one's $295,000. There's also a boat lift literally right out the back door here, also available for purchase. This is located in Coquina Key in St. Petersburg, Florida. So thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, there will be a contact link below, and thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon.